So that's what the army is talking about when they say army of one.
The army of one, a legion, many people. A legion.
We are a nation out of many. We are one.
Yep, a great multitude. So when we see legions, he got legions on him. We got, is it legions of devils? But you have to be specific.
Was there a movie called The League of Legions?
I never heard of it.
Not The League, but there was a movie called The Legion.
Yeah, because I've heard people say he got devil called legions on him. You know, he has legions. What? Yeah, he got legions. Yeah, you could have legions on you, but legions can be spiritual legions.
Right.
Legions. You know?
Ye do err, right?
Yeah.
Not knowing the scriptures.
He says, for there are many. So go back to Luke. Luke, the 8th chapter.
It's Quran. It's also Koran.
Right, verse 30. For the persons on the conference line, we have feedback coming in from the phone. I don't know if you try to dial a phone number, but we're getting the feedback. All right, Luke, the 8th chapter, again, verse 30. And Yahusha asked him, saying, what is thy name? And he said, Legion, because many devils were entered into him. And they besought him that he would not command them to go out into the deep. So now Yahusha is going to commend the legions of devils. Right? And there was there an herd of many swine feeding on the mountains, and they besought him that he would suffer them to enter into them, and he suffered them. So now you have a lot of swine, not just one swine. You had a lot of swine, and those legions of devil spirit just went and entered into those swine. So, but all those spirits, they were into one man. You know, causing this man, you know, a lot of problem. Then went the devil out of the man and entered into the swine. So now he said many legions, and now he's saying that the devil, just one. Right? I mean, it then went the devils out of the man. So, you know, the many devils. And entered into the swine. And the herd ran violently down the steep place into the lake, and were choked. All right? So they went down the sea to the lake and were choked. So meaning that they were destroyed. Right?
That's interesting. You see that whole bunch of pigs just, just eating the mud, and all of a sudden they just start running. It's like, what in the world got into those pigs? And it's like, oh, this is what got into them.
Right, but I wouldn't say, because those people, those pigs, they died.
No, I'm saying what got into them. Like all of a sudden they were just here, just in the mire, just chilling in the mud, relaxing, whatever, doing whatever, and then all of a sudden they just start wilding out and like run down the hill. That's what I'm saying. Like, oh, what's got into these pigs? Why are they running down into the lake? And it's like you don't know what's going on. You're like, oh, the unclean spirits jump in them, and then took over their control, so to speak.
Yeah, it could be.
What happened?
I said it could be. It could be.
It could be. What do you mean?
Yeah, it could be that the evil devil spirit jump into him. But we don't know.
But we do know. It's right here in verse 33.
Oh, now I'm not talking about any pig right now.
No. What I was talking about is like anybody who's seeing, like if you were there, seeing that, right?
Right.
You'd be like, what in the world? If you didn't really know what was going on back then.
Come on. And look at
What you thought I was saying? You thought I was saying when pigs wild out, that's because.
Right.
No. They'll say this. No, I don't know. It depends.
It says, then when the devil out of the men and enter into the swine, and the herd, and violently down the steep place into the lake, and were choked. Verse 34. When they that fed them saw what was done, they fled and went and told it in the city and in the country. So now they see what happened. The news fled into the country. Then they went out to see what was done, and came to Yahushua, and found the man out of whom the devil were departed, sitting at the feet of Yahushua, clothed and in his right mind, and they were afraid. They was like, what in the world is going on? This guy, we cannot imagine something like that. So they were afraid. What manner of man is Yahushua? So to see something like this, no soothsayers, nobody can treat this man. But Yahushua came in, and this guy was healed. So people were afraid. They also, which saw it, told them by what means he that was possessed of the devil was healed. So they were asking questions. How did that happen? When the whole multitude of the country of the Gadarenes around about besought him to depart from them, for they were taken with great fear, and he went up into the ship and returned back again. Instead of rejoicing, they ended up afraid of Yahushua, because they don't know what this guy might do next. You know, if he can do such miracle, so you know they did not want him around, right? So they fear him to the point where he left Gadarene on the ship. All right, verse 38. Now the men out of whom the devils were departed besought him that he might be with him. But Yahushua sent him away, saying, return to thy own house, and show how great things Yahweh hath done unto thee. So the guy was like, nah, man, I'm willing with you. You know? I'm willing with you now. Yahushua was like, nah, just, you know, go enjoy your family. Go back to your family and, you know, so that they can see. Remain there as an example so everybody in the city, you know, can see, you know, what happened to you. Because, you know, this is going to be a great story for the city, and also to show the power of Yahushua in that city. So this man, Yahushua sent this man back there to be a testimony unto, you know, the Most High. And he went his way and published throughout the whole city. So he published throughout the whole city how great things Yahushua had done unto him. So this guy published in the whole city. How did he publish? Just go around. That's a form of publishing. Go around and tell people, you know. So publishing back then wasn't just like today. You know, you gotta, when people talk about publishing today, they talk about, you know, write things down only. You know, a newspaper. Publishing is mean, you know, you can speak the word.
When you're reading this, you notice how Yahweh said, return to thy own house, and had returned to thy own house and shew how great things Yahweh has done to thee. He said, look at what the Most High did for you. Not him. But when the guy went to the city, he said, look at what Yahushua did for me.
Right.
It's funny, he didn't say himself that he did it. He's showing the power of the Most High, that he's the Most High that did it.
Right.
It wasn't him.
Right. Right. He said Yahushua had done unto him, because that's who he sees in front of him.
He does it, exactly.
Right.
Well, you guys saying Yahweh Shai or Yahweh?
Huh?
You just said
No.
Yahweh Shai.
No, I see what they're
He
saying.
said the guy, the guy with the devil said went back to the village, went back to his, to his neighborhood, to his country, or to the village, and said that look at what Yahweh Shah has done to me. But Yahweh Shah told him that look at what the Most High Yahweh has done for you.
Okay.
All right, verse 40.
Cool.
And it came to pass that when Yahushua was returned, the people gladly received him, for they were all waiting for him. But at the same time, when you look at Yahweh, if he understood, or if people understood, they would know that even if though he said Yahushua, the kingdom is Yahushua. The Most High give Yahushua, the power.
Right.
So, if you really understand what he's saying, or what the people would understand, given that, at that time people know the scripture, they would understood that, the Most High had done it. For those people, who were enlightened, who know the scripture.
Right.
Back then, more people understand about, Most High more than today. Because, Yahushua was in the midst of them. And it came to pass, because when you look at the kingdom, it's the same way when you see the kingdom of, the Most High, the kingdom of Christ, you see the kingdom of David, all that means the same thing. He said the kingdom of heaven, all say the same thing. This depends on, they use it in different aspects. Verse 40. And it came to pass that when Yahushua was returned, the people gladly received him, for they were all waiting for him. And behold, there came a man named Jairus, and he was a ruler of the synagogue. And he fell down at Yahushua's feet and besought him that he would come into his house. For he had one only daughter, about 12 years of age, and she lay dying. But as he went, the people stoned him. So now everybody wanted a piece of Yahushua. Right? Everybody wanted a piece of Yahushua. The guy came in and, wanted a miracle done. Because at that time, the word went around. The word of mouth travels from city to city. They were learning what Yahushua is doing all throughout the coast. Right? So now everybody was waiting for Yahushua. Yeah, I heard he's coming today. Now everybody wait on the seashore, waiting for Yahushua to pull up.
Nowadays, people just send a text or just tweet it.
Right. Alright, so, and a woman having an issue of blood 12 years, which had spent all her living upon physicians, neither could be healed of any. So this woman had an issue of blood for 12 years, and she relied on the doctor to take care of her, but, all they could not cure her. So, let's see what Yahushua did. Verse 44. Came behind him and touched the border of his garment, and immediately an issue of blood stench. So as soon as she touched the hem of Yahushua's garment, she was healed right there and there. So show also the people build up their faith in Yahushua so much to the point where the little contact with Yahushua would have big effects on him.
You notice too that the girl that was dying, she was about 12, and that woman had an issue with blood 12 years or something up with that 12.
Right.
Numbers.
You want to start now,
Verse 45.
Bia?
And Jesus said,